All right, good morning again. I just checked the cameras. Most of us look like we are back in homeroom with the exception of a few students who are returning from pictures. I know some of our homerooms just got called down based on our schedule. We are going to continue on with our pictures throughout the morning. Obviously, we have a 2-hour early dismissal. What I'm going to ask is if we run out of time in any of our homerooms, in our 7th and 8th grade homerooms, if some kids were either went back or back and forth and they need a few extra minutes at the end of the homeroom period or this win period, the 1040, please have students just stay in your homeroom and finish the survey and then proceed on to the next class, even if they're a few minutes late. Again, so based on pictures, whether some students are returning or leaving, we do need participation rate. And it's not a long survey, but we do need our 7th and 8th graders to finish their survey today. So make sure if a student is not done at 1040, please have them stay in homerooms and just finish the survey and then pass, even if they're a few minutes late to the next class. So I got cut short a little bit just because of time this morning. So before we jump right into the video, I did want to take just another minute or so to review some frequently asked questions on what the Norwalk Youth Survey is. So all high school students and middle school students in Norwalk take a youth survey. And you're going to see a video in just a few minutes made actually by our own students to kind of promote and answer some questions. But basically, it's going to ask you some questions, and it's completely confidential. It is completely confidential. So right here, you should see it highlighted. Is the survey confidential? Yes. All findings will be anonymous. No personal identifying information will be collected. There's no way to identify an individual student. So that being said, please answer honestly and openly, because we use this information in order to determine next steps, right? What is our plan? What kind of support do we need? What professional development do we need for our staff? What kind of activities and tasks and learning experiences and support systems do we put in for our students? What kind of data will be collected? It's basically gathering information on risk factors and protective factors facing our youth today. So your perceptions on experiences around substance abuse, drug and alcohol, mental health and suicide, online gaming, social media, bullying, toxic stress, sexual behaviors. That's really for high school. There may be some questions that deem that could be considered it for a middle school. Connectedness to others. There's some demographic information in order to identify groups that may be at higher risk. So again, we ask you to answer honestly and openly. And some of the other answers or some of the other questions are available if you want to take a look at them later. When will the survey findings, when will these be available? We will get it later on in January, and it will be presented, again, not individuals. Nobody knows who and what. It's all anonymous and confidential, but just the findings and what the data and the information will be shared with the entire Norwalk community as part of this all middle schools and all high school secondary students later on in January. And it's funded by a different group called the Norwalk Partnership. It's basically community members and organizations dedicated to helping the Norwalk youth. So again, this survey could take anywhere from 10 minutes to 17 minutes, maybe a few minutes more or less. But again, honestly and openly. And before we do that, I am going to show you a video. Ms. Golding is helping me out. Ms. Golding, if you can just play that video, it's about 2 minutes, and then we'll come back. I'll show you where the link is before we take the survey.
Hi, I'm Soph.
Hi, I'm Diane.
We're from the Norwalk Strong Club, a club dedicated to preventing substance misuse and promoting mental wellness here at Brian McMahon and CGS.
And at Norwalk High and PTAC.
Hola, soy Soph.
Hola, soy Diane.
Nosotros somos del Club Norwalk Strong, un grupo de estudiantes dedicados a prevenir el uso de sustancias y promover la salud mental aquí en Brian McMahon y en CGS.
Y Norwalk High y PTAC.
This video will have Spanish subtitles so everyone can follow along.
We're here today to explain the survey and why we think it matters. It's a survey called Youth Voices Count. It's not just another survey. This information helps Norwalk Public Schools, the city, and local organizations plan programs to help support teens and families.
For example, did you know the findings from last survey led to more mental health counselors in the school, LGBTQ training for teachers and staff, and new free teen support groups here in Norwalk?
Today's survey will ask you a bunch of questions about your perceptions and experiences around topics like substance use, mental health, stress, online gaming, bullying, social media, and peer connections.
This is your chance to express how your mental health truly is. Imagine the impact if all of our voices were heard together.
Is this survey going to be anonymous?
Yes. The survey is anonymous and confidential. Nothing can be traced back to you. An outside company will analyze the data, so no one at school will ever see your answers. This is your business and your business only.
Do I have to take the survey?
No. You can work on something else if you prefer, although we hope you'll share your experiences. Also, those who take the survey can skip questions if you're uncomfortable with them.
What if my parents don't want me to take the survey, and what if I want to?
If your parents told the school that you can't take the survey, you unfortunately can't take it.
Will we find out what the results are?
Yes. Norwalk Strong Club is a part of the NORA partnership, and we're going to present the findings back to students. You can be a part of that if you want to join our club.
This survey should take less than 20 minutes to complete. When you are done, please sit quietly while other students finish.
Remember, this is important and anonymous, and it might even be fun. These questions are all about you, including your perspectives on issues that impact you and your peers today. Just like the name says, this is your opportunity to be heard, because remember,
Youth voices count.
Okay, welcome back. Thank you for that message. It's great to see our own students presenting information to inform and tell us a little bit why it's important. So hopefully we opt in and take this as seriously as possible. Again, anonymous, confidential. It really helps. So without any further ado, if we go to our website, if you go under for students, you'll see on the right Norwalk Youth Survey. You're going to click on it. And you will answer questions. As you scroll down, you'll see next, and you'll see this bar show you about how, your progress. You've seen that before probably. And if you'd like to change the language, you can drop it from English to Spanish here. All right, with that, it is now 10:20. The expectation is we finish by the end of WIN. Again, if our 7th and 8th graders are not quite done, please have them stay. Everyone else can pass, but those students just remain in your room. Again, it may get a little messy with a couple kids, but most kids should be done because they've returned from pictures. They can jump right into the survey, and most will be done. If some students need a couple extra minutes, that's fine. And then 6th graders will pass. So again, please take this seriously. It is anonymous, confidential, but it's a really important survey. Good luck.